which is unfortunate to see that some of these businesses, again, like we mentioned a little while ago, have just bounced back from the coronavirus pandemic and were just allowed to reopen maybe under a limited capacity. And now they have these broken windows. Even despite this gate being here, it looks like they were still able to break through, get inside, and destroy quite a bit inside of there. We're going to continue to show you more, bring you safe coverage so you don't have to come out here. Even right now, we're hearing some police sirens. We're smelling some of that smoke, and you're hearing some of the cars just really speeding around this area. We've been seeing people driving the wrong way down the road as well out here. Some looters still as early as 4:30 this morning. So for now, but we're going to toss things back to the studio while we continue to survey the damage out here.
Yeah, Marvis, I was just going to ask you about the police presence and what you've encountered so far. We could hear those sirens just a second ago. Have you seen a big police presence out there so far this morning?
You know, Erica, we have seen some of the police out here. We actually spoke with one Metro police officer. He said he had been working since 9 a.m. yesterday, and he was out here still patrolling the streets. We've even seen a couple of LMPD cruisers speeding up and down 4th Street out here. A lot of the phones, I would say almost all of the phones, are stolen out of the drawers over there, and we've seen many people driving around to take video this morning. Some people were there to try to send a peaceful message at last night's protest, specifically in honor of Breonna Taylor and some of the other victims, Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd, but some others jumped on cars, they looted stores, and threw objects at police. We talked to one man who said he was tired of living in fear.
We are out here for a purpose. We are tired of dying. We are tired of being passive. And it's a fight at this point. Yes, it is a fight at this point. And if we got to fight with peace right now, so be it. But if there has to be violence, that's what needs to be. And I'm not saying that I'm radical. I'm not. But at the same time, they got to understand, just like we got to understand, that if we don't come together and fight, we're going to die on our backs. And I'm not going to down my back.
And we are also seeing a lot of graffiti. That's why we're choosing where we are very carefully. But again, the damage out here looking a lot like this. Some people that we spoke with this morning were saying it looks like worse than a tornado out here. And it definitely is some heartbreaking things. You can hear that people are still out here. We apologize for any language that may air as well. Some people were telling us that they use this business to actually get next door, which we'll show you in 1 second. Before we go over there, though, Dave, can you show them? We're seeing actually one bullet hole here, one bullet hole up here. Not sure where those came from. We're going to have to go towards the ground for a second just because of some of the crude profanity out here and graffiti. But this is what some of the people said. They broke into that wig shop so that they could get into this jewelry store next door. This is the Tri-State Jewelers on 4th Street. Look at all of that damage. And Erica, that's exactly right. As the sun comes up, we're getting a better idea of the damage, but we're also starting to see more of these boards outside of businesses. We don't see any dresses in there this morning. And you can see, though, parts of the window are out of it, not just the glass, but also parts of the pane out here.
Our Marvis Herring and Natalie Grice are live downtown right now.
Let's start with Marvis Herring, live on 4th Street, live for us. And Marvis, you've been seeing a lot, showing us a lot of some of that damage out there.
Monica, yes, and we want to show you some more damage right away. Just take a look at this CVS. 1, 2, 3, 4 windows, and even more down here that are all just completely just busted out this morning. And we can see that people obviously made their way inside of the CVS pharmacy out here on 4th and Muhammad Ali. You can even hear some of these alarms still going off, that not stopping the looters from getting inside of here. And this is what we're seeing at several businesses, especially here in the 4th Street Live area. We showed you T-Mobile at 5 o'clock this morning where some of those phones were missing. That door was busted out. You can see this automated door that you're seeing right now is also blown out, and the damage of the glass all over the ground out here. And we've actually seen the cleanup crews start to get out here and start cleaning up. We can see that there's a city vehicle right now blocking 4th and Muhammad Ali. That's what we've been seeing just in the last 30 minutes or so, but really all morning we were seeing some single business owners doing some of their own work. Now, last night, yes, we're here on 4th Street Live, and that story of last night, the real story is just how much more violent and destructive it was compared to that first night of protesting. Just take take a look. This is the Chipotle on 4th Street. You can see how smashed out the window is completely gone. And Davis, our photojournalist, is showing you just the litter of glass all over this sidewalk. This is what we're seeing all over downtown. There was even this trash can over here that was still, you can see it's still smoldering this morning. It was set on fire. This is hours after that protest. It's just been absolutely devastating to see what things look like. We've been talking to some of the people out here and even still seeing looters here on 4th Street. We want to show you two different buildings. First, the Fifth Third Bank over here. You can see that there is a big chunk out of here, and it looks like looters actually made it inside. More damage, but if we walk down this way just a little bit, down 4th Street, we want to be careful of going backwards and all this glass, but just take a look at this T-Mobile. Look at this right here. The window is just smashed completely out, and you can see that looters made their way inside of here, stealing some of the equipment. We're told that one person told us they saw a man come out of here with phones all stuffed inside of his coat, and no justice, no peace. But if you even look behind me, just check out this damage at the visitor center here on 4th Street and Liberty. These windows are smashed, inside destroyed. You can see even some of those computers that were at that desk, those monitors have been flipped over. It really just looks like someone just came through and just absolutely tried to destroy the inside of it and the outside as well. Just look at these piles of glass as well as these planters over here that they've been flipped over and the plants taken and uprooted out of there. As we make our way down here, just here at the Louisville Visitor Center, you can just see this is one of those places that really gives you a better look at how much damage some of these protesters, some of these looters did. And that was really the big story of the day 2 of protest here in downtown Louisville. It was much more violent, much more destructive than that first day. This is that tear gas that was thrown out there. Obviously, we're using gloves this morning to show you some of this damage and show you some of what happened overnight. And I actually want to kind of cross the street if we can right here so you can look at this window of Pita Pit. More of that damage that we're showing of those big windows just cracked and smashed and also littered with glass all over the sidewalk. We've seen some people trying to get a grasp on this, but even Dave is showing you something over here, right here. It looks like this is a toilet paper holder from a restroom. Who even knows where that came from out here?